Really, you really got to stop buying so much stuff at the auction. I have to deal with disposing of some coolant and stuff, but this is my latest auction purchase, plus one in the shed. So I got to get these things working. These two are brand new. I'm not going to tell you what I paid for them, but it wasn't much. I'll tell you after I sell them. I'll put it in the comments below. So let's get to work. Make sure these are working good. So welcome back to Papa's Custom Cars. I bought these. There are four of them altogether. There's two of the 2300s and one of the 2000s. This is a 2000 PSI. This one is a 2300 PSI, and then I've got these two brand new ones that are 2300 PSI, along with a 10 by 20 can. And then I've got a fan that I got from a vendor. He wants me to check it out. It's an outside fan that I needed for my deck, but we'll get to that project later. You need to check these out, make sure they're all working and in good condition, get them on Marketplace, get them sold so that we can make a little bit of money so we can buy our inventory. But first, I have to clean up, get a big, changing all the oil and all the cars and everything, and we ended up with one of the containers intermixing antifreeze and oil, so I've got to get all this in jugs and take it over to the transfer station. They'll take it like that. I have to pay $5, but hey, it's well worth it. So let me get to work making a big old mess. And then I can start moving some of this stuff down that can go in the shed. And the power wash takes 5 of them. Actually, that's 7 of them over here. So I got to pick up some of these. I plan to probably keep one of these really nice ones. These are brand new. Again, I'm not going to tell you what I paid for them after they're sold, and I'll tell you. You'll see how I can make some money. One of the things that you'll find out about the auctions is once an auction is found by the public, people pay dumb money for stuff. For example, I've seen people pay, about 20% less for a product in an auction, only to find out there's 15% on top of that plus your tax and everything. By the time you're done, you're within a few bucks of a brand new one that you could return if it's messed up. These are returns, so clearly someone's returning. I know that one of these is missing a foam cannon, but the rest of them seem to be complete. The one I had in the back that I've already repaired needed a hose and needed some like a spray nozzle, so I ended up spending a few bucks on Amazon, bought all the parts for it. I'll sell that one out. But yeah, that's basically all I'm doing here is refurbishing.
First off, I want to apologize for the sound quality. I'm having issues with mics, of course. So I'm going through the first unit and I'm checking it out by hooking it all up just like you would normally, and then making sure that everything's connected, all the parts are there and all that kind of fun stuff. So first off, we hook the water hose to it, make sure that it's hooked in and working. And then we take our electrical and plug in our electrical, making sure that our breaker is working, our GFI type breaker is working. So we just go ahead and check everything, make sure everything's good, hook it to the wand. First thing I noticed is the hose is bad, so we need to order a replacement hose. So I grab a hose from somewhere else and hook it up to the unit to make sure that it is working. Or at least the hose is the only issue, so we get it all hooked up. Got the water and we've got our power hooked up, kind of as it says. Plug in our electrical, test our circuit breaker, and then test our unit. And once we replace the hose in this unit, we see that the unit's not spraying. So we have another problem. This is the issue when you get one of these from an auction. You don't know what's wrong, and 8 out of 10 times you're going to have a bad unit. I've been extremely lucky after talking to the guy that runs the auctions. He said the last 8 he bought, all 8 of them were bad. So I changed out the wand, and I changed out change out the thing, and I shot the nozzle. I had it loose and I shot the nozzle across the yard, so had to go and then go grab a new nozzle from a different machine. And what do you know, after getting everything hooked up, it worked great. So all we had here was a clogged nozzle. So this unit is done and fixed, so we can move on to the second one.
Video for Marketplace. You can sell this.
Now we go ahead and grab our phone and everything, unhook everything, and then get this power washer unit on Marketplace. As I said, buying these at auction is a big risk to you and your money. So if you're not getting a deal where you can at least sell some parts, it's just not worth the money to go get them. Especially on these Husqvarna units, you cannot get replacement parts for these units, at least that I've found yet. I've got one of the auction houses going, hey, I'll sell you 8 of them for a deal, because all 8 of them have a cracked manifold, which is the part that puts in the water to pressurize and do everything. So that's scratch. So both those units are working. One of them I've already fixed in the past, so it was ready to go as it was. I just had to order a hose and some new nozzles on those, and that'll give me extra parts. This is the third unit that I'm hooking up now to make sure it's working right. This third unit is really, really clean. I mean, it looked like it'd been used maybe once, but there was absolutely nothing wrong with this unit, and I paid pennies for it. Or I should say pennies on the dollar. So this one is also good to go. So put another Marketplace add on, and this is a lower pressure unit. This is only a 2,000 unit as opposed to the other one, which is 2,300. So placing my Marketplace ads, and boy, I'll tell you what, I don't like Marketplace much, but you got to do what you got to do. So there's the breakdown, what it was to repair all 3 of those units.
So sorry about that, folks. Didn't have the camera running when I put it together. This was an auction buy, so the majority of it was put together. The only thing I had to put on was the hose holder, and that was it. Little mechanisms that hold the wand and this little doohickey here. Everything else was already put together for me, so that's the nice thing about an auction buy is they put it together already, so I didn't have to. This is the XP3, as you see, 2400 AR Blue Clean Power Washer. It is a 2400 PSI power washer. Generally goes for around $260 if I remember right. You get them on Amazon, but you just search it. I'll put a link in the description for one. I have currently a Husqvarna out there. It's a 2000, and I also have a 2300 out there. So I've got all 3 of them. I do like this one better. It's not a portable unit like my Husqvarnas are. Husqvarnas are great if you're going to go somewhere and you need to be portable. Those things are really great for that. They fold up to about that big. So it folds up to about the size of a small suitcase. I need something around the shop that's pretty much here permanently. So this will answer the call for that. This one's also more powerful. It's 2400 PSI versus the other one, which is the Husqvarna, which I got a 2000 and a 2300. To be real honest with you, I've used both the 2000 and the 2300. I really can't tell the difference, so it'll be kind of interesting on this one. This particular one is made of aluminum and plastic, which makes it nicely well put together. It has the induction motor, so you don't have to worry about things wearing out. So this is 2400, 1.6 gallons per hour with a 14 amp motor on it. So definitely a nice little unit. I like it because it's portable. It has bigger wheels. The Husqvarna's got smaller wheels once again because it's portable. This is more of a permanent unit. It only comes with the 3 tips, We've got this tip, and then here on the back we've got a soap cannon. And for those of you who own a car washer and don't own a soap cannon, get a soap cannon. They make soap out there now that you spray on something and then you wait a little bit and then you hose it off and it comes out shiny. It's pretty cool. I think the Mustang was fun. It had been sitting all winter and was just covered in dirt. And on that first wash, I didn't even hit it with a sponge or anything. It was clean and ready to go. So definitely a way to go. And I'm kind of getting a little off track. But the XP3 2400, we're going to go ahead and review it while we've got it. This will be replacing my Husqvarna if it meets the criteria. Home shop, the electric is fine for me. I don't need gas. A lot of my neighbors have the gas ones. They're a little more pressure and everything, but for the most part, if you're using a good cleaner, you really don't need that much more pressure. But that kind of gives you the rundown. The only thing I had to do is there's 2 long screws that go all the way through. They hold these little side units along with the main hose holder, and then there are 2 threaded screws at the bottom that secure everything up. Everything else is self-contained, puts together just like any other unit. The only thing I don't like about these is when it comes to the soap cannon, you have to put it at the end and not here in the handle somewhere. It'd be nice if it went here in the handle. That'd be a really nice place to put it because you don't have to hold that weight all the way out there. I mean, it is what it is, and they're all like that. But it'd be nice to have one where the soap cannon was a little bit closer to the handle. One of the nice things I like about this one versus the Husqvarna. Husqvarna, you got to push the little red button like you do on any power tool that's got a safety switch where you have to hold it in order to spray. And if you let go of the handle or the little button, you have to push the button and hold it. So you have to do 2 things at the same time. This particular one, there is no hold the button down thing. It does have a lock in it, not that closed. I would imagine that it's locked open, but you can lock it closed so that you can't accidentally spray yourself, which is kind of a nice feature. But overall, pretty nice little unit. I have 2 of them that I bought at auction, paid a good price for them. I won't tell you what that price is until after I saw them all. But one sprayer sale will pay for all of them. I did have to order the other ones that I got from the auction. One of them had a plug, the yellow nozzle was plugged, so I got to take this, it comes with a little fish wire, clean it out. Clearly whoever bought it must have had stuck it in the dirt or something and clogged it, and when they went to push the sprayer handle, it didn't work. It's clogged, so it just held all the pressure. But when I took the nozzle off of it, as you can see in the video, I thought it was able to fix both units relatively cheap. It's kind of full of 18 bucks in parts, fixing both, so that's kind of a nice thing. This one, however, is brand spanking new. It does have water in it, so clearly someone used it, probably didn't like it. What they were doing with it just depends on what they were doing with it. Didn't like it, and so here it is in my possession. So tomorrow morning we'll get up and we'll go out and we'll fill the soap can up with soap, and we'll go out there and we'll do the car that's filthy out there and see how well it works. And the other one will goes on to our Husqvarna. I'm hoping this one fits the bill. It is brand new, has higher power and everything. Definitely a nicer unit. You can tell by looking at it. Now, one of the things that I do notice on this is the hose can go from 60 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. So you have to read through the manual and see if you take hot water. Because I do have hot water in that sink. I'll read more into it. I'll give you a little bit more detail out tomorrow, and you get cleared off. So, for me, it'll be tomorrow morning, 2 seconds. Here, folks, that's the weekend actually recording. Again, you can tell it's been one of those weekends. Come back to vacation, brains aren't working the way they should. We'll hook it all up. the soap can. This is a new kind of soap. I'm not real keen on it. I cleaned a lot off. I did clean a lot of dirt. That's not hard. Probably because there's been storms that come through. There's a lot of dirt in here. After the storms, there's a lot of wind and a lot of dirt all over. So it's using a good stuff. This will definitely mainly because it's not spot free. You can run a spot free, but it's a little bit pricey. This will definitely be that card rather than buying 2012 overall, really impressed with the XP. It has the induction motor, which is a lot wider. You see, when you hit that throttle, it's not a handle. It's that good. It's got a lot of power. One of the nice things about it is this turbo. It actually spins and watch. So it definitely works better for watching. That turned off right now. You see how it spins. And that helps clean the car and roll it. You're going to have to work on the driveway. Then I'm going to install this too. But overall, this unit is coming up from me. I have the Husqvarna. It works well. I don't think I've got a car wash. Got it it doesn't work well. They all seem to work really great. So, with that, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions on the unit, definitely throw them to me and play with it or mess with it or anything else. I did have additional nozzles that I watch for the other one. I'm going to tell that the other one is bigger now. But yeah, with that, see you like, share, subscribe. I'll see you